Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. So happy to have everybody here tonight. Maybe it's your first time listening because, I've been meeting people and they're like, what's Sandwich and Some Lovin'? And I've been telling them about it. So hopefully you're tuning in for the first time. And maybe this is your 130-something time because Alan and I, my co-host here, I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans. This is my co-host and my husband and my partner and my lover.
Hello, I'm Alan.
That's Alan Evans. He's the co-host here. We've been doing this for almost 2 years, babe. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Well, no, I can't believe it. I can't believe it because sometimes I don't even know how we do this podcast.
I know. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle that it even happened.
But it's a miracle. You know what it is a miracle of? Modern technology.
Modern technology.
Yeah. There's no telling who's listening today. It could be people from every corner of the earth. I know we have some international listeners.
Yeah, this podcast.
We're not just around the country. I know we're big in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Big in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
We're based in the West Plano suburb of Dallas, but
we have listeners where you are also syndicated. You being the Gracie Award-winning Kelly Raspberry Evans.
Thank you. We are also have listeners as far away as New Zealand.
My man Sam.
We have one listener named Sam.
My man
Sam. A very
Sam.
faithful listener in New Zealand. But I'm wondering, if there are other listeners in other parts of the world listening, it'd be fun to hear from. You know what would be interesting to hear from? Who would be interesting to hear from?
Pinoys in the Philippines.
That'd be interesting because Alan's got connections there. You know what I'd love to hear from? This is so random.
Let's hear it, babe.
And I know nobody's ever. This is a story I'm telling for the first time.
Yeah, just keep powering through it.
Is when I was a little girl. I know, Alan, we're dating ourselves a little bit. I'm 52. I know that's shocking to a lot of people. I was born in 1967.
You were born at a very early age.
Very early age. But there was a show that used to be on called Big Blue Marble. Does anybody of my age or older or around that vicinity? Alan, do you even remember the show Big Blue Marble?
I've got big blue marbles.
There was a show called Big Blue Marble, and one of the parts of the show was they would encourage you to send in for a pen pal. And I got a pen pal.
What is a pen pal?
It's somebody you just wrote letters to because this was before email and internet and all that stuff.
Letters?
Letters in the mail with stamps and everything. And I remember I got a girl. I cannot remember her name for the life of me right now. I want to say Wendy, but I know that's not right. I had a cross the street neighbor named Wendy, so I'm confusing that.
Sure it wasn't Lisa?
No. But she lived in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
And what a miracle it would be if she's listening to this podcast.
New Jersey.
And she's like, wait a minute. I remember Big Blue Marble. And I remember I had a pen pal in Florida, South Carolina. And I think her name might have been, was it Kelly Strawberry? Maybe it was Kelly Raspberry. Maybe this is the girl I've been listening to on this podcast all this time. And I didn't realize it. Would that be fun?
That would be fun. If she came out of the woodwork and heard you on a podcast.
Yeah. There's a lot, back in the day, I know people say that, well, back in my day. But I think a lot of the stuff back in our day is really precious. And we're never going to have that again because something like a pen pal, you don't have that anymore because of modern technology, which, gives us the podcast and things like that. But, before the days of email, you had to make an effort. You had to put letters in the mail to people. But now you've got everything at your fingertips. And in an instant gratification, I think, has ruined a lot of that magic and mystique. Like I was saying the other day, I was talking to someone, maybe it was you, Alan. It feels like it was just minutes ago, but maybe it was a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I was talking about how before the days of cable, when I was a little girl, when you were lucky to have 2, maybe 3 channels that came in really well and PBS, that once a year you would see The Wizard of Oz. On CBS, I remember that. Mm-hmm. And once a year would be the Charlie Brown Halloween special. What was that followed by? The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special. What was that followed by?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
The Charlie Brown Christmas. If you missed
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Rudolph, all that. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's not even, people don't even know what I'm talking about when I say Chitty Chitty Bang Bang anymore. But those were shows that if you missed them, you had to wait an entire 364 more days to see it again. And some of that magic and that anticipation is lost because I can pull it up on YouTube right now.
Yeah, you couldn't get on YouTube. You couldn't get on your phone. You had to wait. And we've talked about this before. I think we've talked about this before. The biggest difference I see, and especially our kids, versus how you and I socialized when we were small, and we were just talking to someone else about this just the other day, is they can instantly get their friend on their phone. and sit there and stare at the phone
hours.
for hours and hours and hours and text. And it's all text. When I was a kid, when you were a kid, you hopped on your bike. You talking about things that are, classic or whatever, old fashioned, but you hopped on your bike and you rode your bike over to your friend's house. That's how you saw your friend.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot different. It was
and you didn't really talk about a lot of stuff. You just kind of hung out.
Yeah, you just hung out. We went
maybe listen to records. It was just like,
yeah, we did. We did Hot Wheel. We collected Hot Wheels. Went down to the pond, shot BB guns.
we sound old. We would
Went
get on
fishing.
our bikes and we'd ride to Young 712 because they couldn't call it 7-Eleven because of the 7-Eleven thing, but Young 712. We would get our bikes and ride to Young 712. We'd take our money and we'd go up to the counter and put something on the counter and say, how much money do we have left? You've got 75 cents left. We go buy something else. I mean, that kind of magic is gone. So I hate that for our kids that they miss some of that. But yeah, we do sound really old right now.
We sound extremely old right now. I know magic.
You do know magic. But
I
you
do
know
know
what? You
magic.
haven't been doing a lot of magic lately.
It's magic. I brought all my magic with me to, where did we just go? Oh, Rich and Leanne's wedding. I had a pocket full of magic.
Never had an opportunity to perform.
Nobody asked me.
Have you been practicing?
Well, I always have my go-tos. I can always do my go-tos.
Yeah, maybe I need to start encouraging that, like suggesting it, because people forget you do magic.
I wasn't going to do it at their reception because I'm not.
You would have
there.
done it during the wedding?
Well, no, but I'm not there to entertain anybody at Leanne and Rich's reception. It was more the whole time we were hanging out in between the wedding and the reception.
Yeah.
I thought maybe John and Mark or Caroline might want to see a little something.
Yeah,
but
people-
it just never,
people forgot.
it never came up. Never
We
came
need
up.
to remind people that you are a magician, honey.
Yes, I can.
And you've got a lot of magic up your sleeve for tonight's podcast.
Yes, I can make things disappear and reappear. And
What have you got appearing tonight for the podcast?
Disappear and reappear. Well, I got a lot of stuff. I found a great article, and I think this is something that you and I and a lot of people will relate with. It's the most common things that couples argue about. Top 10 things that couples argue about.
Very curious to hear that.
So we'll see what those are.
See how many we hit.
I've discovered this new gym, and I just wanted to touch on it for like a minute or two. This new gym that's really close to our house, and I've loved going there. And hashtag not an ad, but I've just really enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun.
Trying something new.
So maybe we'll talk about that. Kelly and I have a list of important facts we want to cover. Right? Is that your bit or my bit?
Apparently, the thing is, I walked in tonight because I had to go meet a couple of friends for happy hour. So yes, maybe I've had a couple of cocktails, and then I had to go.
That's why you didn't hit record.
I didn't hit record. I'm about to take over producing duties for my husband. But when I walked in, I saw something lying on his desk. I was like, wait a minute, did I send that to you today? Because I literally just downloaded that for myself today.
You didn't. A listener
and this
did.
this is something a listener sent me weeks ago.
A listener sent it to me years ago.
Okay, well, mine got weeks ago, and I literally downloaded it to bring tonight, and it's just so crazy that we both happened to bring it at the same time. That's strange.
Okay.
It'd be interesting if it's the same listener. I wonder if it's two different
And
listeners.
then what else? What and other miscellaneous things?
Just what's going on.
Did you talk about my license plate?
We have not talked about
No,
that.
but did you talk about
I talked
that
about it on the radio today.
I thought I heard you talk about that, but I didn't hear the whole story. So maybe you can refresh me.
There really wasn't
happened.
much of a story. I just told it, but we can talk about it.
And then how'd that go over? Just
They laughed.
Oh, they thought
Everybody
it was
laughed.
Good.
Hysterical.
Oh, really?
Oh, hilarious. In fact, they tried to make a show bit out of it, but it didn't really go
man.
anywhere.
What kind of bit were they going to do?
Call us in with your vanity plates.
And nobody had anything.
No, not really. There's a few.
So, my friend Jeff, who we've mentioned
He got
on the
one.
pod-
He sent us the picture tonight.
He's going to get one, I think.
He's already gotten it.
He's already got it?
He sent us a picture tonight.
Okay, why don't we do that, and then we'll get into some of this.
All right. Well, Alan and I have been very open about our efforts to get fit, to drop weight. And it's not just about losing the weight. It's also about keeping the weight off. So that's the struggle for a lot of people. And if you are in the same position, like, I want to lose weight, I want to get healthy. It's not just about, looking sexy. It's about your health. We want to tell you about this new streaming service called Opinfit.
Opinfit.
It's really great. It brings you something new. It makes it even easier to never miss a workout session because you have 10 minutes. Let's be honest. Some people say, I don't have time to go to the gym. Well, that might be true because you got to get in the car. You got to drive there. You got to find a parking space. Then you got to climb up the stairs. You got to find a locker. You've got to change clothes. You've got to get it. That's a huge time commitment to go to the gym. But you can find 10 minutes a day. And if you have, a handheld device, a web-enabled TV, a tablet, smartphone, anything, Roku, you can take advantage of everything that Opinfit has to offer. And they have world-class instructors, like the woman who started the bar classes, the Extend bar classes, Andrea Rogers. She has sessions on the Opinfit streaming service, and you don't need a bar to do them. If perhaps you are training for a 5K or one of those mud runs, they have one of the world-class winners of 4 championships of these mud runs who has a class they can teach you. They have 600 seconds workout. That's literally 10 minutes. Do the math. People don't know how to do math anymore without calculators, though, Alan. But if you have just 10 minutes, you can take advantage of Opinfit and give yourself 30 days. Make it a 30-day challenge and see how much your body can change, how much weight you can drop. You can lose up to 15 pounds in just 30 days, flatten your abs, shape your body, look and feel great if you commit to Opinfit in just 10 minutes a day.
If you commit to Opinfit. Nice, babe.
Thank you.
Opinfit has changed the way we work out, and with our code SANDWICH, you can join us on a fitness journey personalized just for you. Again, the way to do this, use our code SANDWICH and start using Opinfit for your journey to a healthier life. Right now, during the Opinfit 30-day challenge, our listeners get a special extended 30-day free trial membership to Opinfit, where you can lose up to 15 pounds in 30 days. All you got to do is text SANDWICH to 30 30 30. You'll get full access to Opinfit, all the workouts and nutrition information, free, totally free. Again, just text SANDWICH to 30 30 30.
Standard message and data rates may apply.
That's your part.
Got it.
Love Opinfit. Okay, I saw this. I've actually had this for a while, and this has very much interested me. Not that I guess some of it might apply to us.
I bet a lot of it will.
We are a monogamous married couple, like a lot of people.
But we're still newlyweds.
Yeah, we are.
How long do you marry before you're not considered a newlywed? I think after 2 years.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think after 2 years. I think you're a newlywed until your 2 year and 1 year anniversary.
Think so.
2 year and 1 day anniversary.
You think a 2 year people who've been married 2 years are still newlyweds?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Well, you are certainly entitled to that opinion. So I found this article. It was on Bustle, and it's called The 10 Most Common Things Couples Fight About, according to a sex therapist.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, so let's go through some of these, and I want your Kelly Raspberry unique perspective.
All right.
Okay, number 1 on the list, it's not very surprising, sex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the big 3 are sex, money, and kids.
Okay.
So these are the topics that couples fight about the most frequently, but they're also the most common topics that break couples up. Sex, incredibly triggering for a couple. One partner almost always wants it more than the other, and that can cause a lot of problems in a relationship. One partner thinks they're always pursuing. The other partner feels like they're constantly fending off an attack. I don't know that we have that here at Evans Manor.
No. We're pretty much on the same page.
Other sex-related fights include one person feeling like they do all the work. For example, always being on top. Having unfair expectations of each other. Like expecting your partner to orgasm every time.
Why do you do that voice?
And disagreeing over trying a particular act in the bedroom. Like a threesome. So what say you?
About what?
About that.
Well, I agree that that's a bone of contention, no pun intended, for a lot of relationships.
Babe!
I did talk to a friend
wow.
not too long ago.
That's lewd.
And she is getting older. She's older.
As we all are.
As we all are.
Yes.
And she was telling me that, people's libidos do change as they get older. And the problem she was facing, which wasn't really, I don't know if it's a problem. She was just sharing that her husband's libido is still through the roof every night, right? And
He's Woodrow Wilson, huh?
she never says no. She said that is just, and I've talked, and if you go back, I remember I've talked to some, or I've heard some advice from other women who have said, never deny your husband if he asks for sex. Because men and women just view it as totally different things. It has totally different meaning to men and women, and we just have to accept that. That's just fact. But she says she never, ever says no to her husband. Personally, she's like, I've had enough sex truly to last me a lifetime. I'm really okay if we never, because she's getting older.
Okay, here's what we need to do.
She's saying that she never denies him, but his libido is through the roof, but she never says no. So I guess as far as he's concerned, there is no problem.
Here's what we need to do. We need to pull back the kimono and name these two individuals.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay. All right.
Kelly and Alan.
We've got a lot of these, baby.
But that's just one thing. It's just like, yeah, I mean, it's a conversation you have to have as a couple. It's an uncomfortable conversation to have as a couple, but I guess we all settle into some routine. We get messages on the Kid Craddock Morning Show where people say they only have sex 3 or 4 times a year because they've been married for many, many years.
Wow.
And, so then when you hear, well, I only have sex, maybe 2 times a week, you're thinking, wow. And they only have it that many times every 6 months.
Remember when we rolled out to Billy Bob's for your birthday?
Yes. And we had issues with accoutrements.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that. But we did. We forgot that. But the personal lubricant. But remember they had a bowl, a mechanical bowl at Billy Bob's?
Yes.
I want to be that bowl.
You do?
Uh-huh.
I want you to be that bull, babe. Let's do something to make that happen.
Okay. Number 2.
All right.
Bulls get ridden a lot.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes,
no.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Number 2. Money. There are so many different fights that couples can get into when it comes to money. You fight over what to spend money on, saving versus spending. You might have different ideas about what something should cost. You might judge each other for your purchases. You really need another dress. You really need a slingshot. That might be going on.
Yeah.
One partner might be more of a spender while the other is more of a saver. You might argue whether or not to combine your finances, how to create a budget. Super common.
Very common. I think it also depends on how much, income you have as a family, how big of an issue that is.
This isn't one we seem to have a lot of issues with.
Well,
you have issues?
Well, it's kind of surprising sometimes when you do come home with a slingshot that you insist we agreed on, that I don't remember having that conversation. But it's like, well, then again, I can go shopping and I'll come home with bags from Nordstrom Rack and you don't give me grief about that.
But
but it's not like we are, let's just be honest, we're not like in a financial struggle. Like we have to decide whether
You're not dropping a
we
dime,
haven't.
are you?
No, I'm just saying, but it's true for some people who have to decide, we're counting every penny to make sure we have enough to cover mortgage, car payment, food. So we're not restricted by those pressures. So if you have those pressures, I think that adds to the stress level, and that's what leads to the argument.
Yeah. I've always looked at the slingshot though as it's actually a money maker.
No, not when you initially got it. It wasn't. No, don't spin that.
Number 3.
Home because you wanted a slingshot and you had one, then you happened to go into the slingshot rental business, which, boy, we can retire on that.
Wow.
Okay, so don't use that. It's a moneymaker argument.
Throwing DFW slingshot rentals under the bus.
I'm just saying, it's not. We're not retiring on that.
#ad. Number 3, kids. Children round out the top 3 of the most popular fights. Kids can cause so many fights even before they're born. You argue whether or not to have them. You decide if you want kids and then decide when to have them, how many to have. You might disagree over whether to adopt or not.
Or combined marriages.
If you have issues getting pregnant, you might argue whether or not to pursue advanced techniques to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And here's one that's not on their list, but I have experience with this. Names.
Oh, fighting over names.
Yeah. It's got to be a family name. Well, no, it doesn't. Well, yeah, it does. Well, I don't like that family name. I mean, who wants to be named Walter?
Do you?
I'm fine with it.
Man, that was an issue for me because my issue was it's a girl. It's going to be Emma Kelly because I had that name picked out since I was in 6th grade. So when my then husband, I said, well, if it's a boy, you can name him. But then I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I wasn't trusting. So I had a boy's name picked out too, but yeah. And then did you mention divorced people that have, step parent situations?
I did not, but
that's a huge one for a lot of people, because what if you're a single woman, you've never had children, you marry a guy that's got 2 or 3 kids and they're with you every other weekend, and that wasn't probably your vision for what your life was going to be, and suddenly you're supposed to be the bride, and now you've got to share your attention with these kids that keep showing up all the time. That could cause some huge fights.
Good.
Or the discipline where you have a set of rules for your kid, maybe your husband has a different set of rules for his kids. Those could be huge.
And we've talked about this in other podcasts. We don't really have too many problems with that, because Kelly and I see pretty much eye to eye on when it comes to what we expect from the children.
Right. And I let you handle the severe I'm like, I don't have a problem with telling them, hey, stop fighting, go clean up your room, that kind of stuff. But if it came to serious discipline issues, I let you handle yours, right? And you would let me handle mine when it comes to the serious stuff.
But fortunately, we're really lucky like that.
Yeah, we don't have problem kids.
I mean, they're good kids.
They are.
So, number 4 is timing. A lot of couples argue about the major milestones in their relationship based on what you and your partner both want out of your relationship. You might argue over when or whether to not to be exclusive, when to move in together, when to meet the parents, when to get engaged, when to get married, when to combine finances, when to buy a house. Although a lot of these milestones could be really joyous occasions, you might think you're on pretty different timelines and fight about it. Well, don't you have a coworker going through this right now?
Well, I don't know that it's to the level where they're fighting about it, though.
Not fighting, but it's something that they're going through.
I mean, that's right? Let's go back to our situation. Like when you decided to get off the dating apps before I did, you just told me, and I didn't get off immediately, but it didn't cause a fight.
That didn't cause a fight.
But I could see
people want to know what we fight about. That didn't cause a fight.
If I had stayed on the dating apps and kept swiping for a few months, that would have led to a fight.
It wouldn't have led to a fight. I would have. No, I just said deuces.
Okay,
deuces my brother.
Okay.
Deuces my brother.
But yeah, so when it does come, like when a woman has certain expectations where maybe I'm not living with you until we're engaged or until we're married, and the man has different expectations, I can see where that could cause a fight. Those weren't issues for us, though.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another one.
We did get some. We did have some tension when I wanted you to propose.
Yeah.
That led to some testy moments because.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alan and I, it was obvious we were heading toward marriage. We had looked at rings, and I have a certain vacation schedule, and my thing was, if you want to marry me and go on a honeymoon, we need to get married in either July or we have to wait until Christmas, because those are my vacation schedules. It is set in stone, and that's the way it is. So January comes around and he hadn't proposed. February starts and he hadn't proposed. And I'm thinking, do you want to get married at Christmas or do you want to get married at summer and go somewhere really cool for a honeymoon, because time is running out? And my whole thing was, I knew we were getting engaged. You just had to go through with the formality of the proposal. But I thought you were disrespecting me because I needed time to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
And it's tick tock, July is going to be here before you know it. So I was getting I remember one night I got really kind of upset. I remember the restaurant we were at Medea. And I was getting kind of attitudey about it. And I was like, are you going to propose soon or not? Because I still want to be surprised, but I'm getting kind of anxious that you're not going to give me enough time.
I had the freaking engagement ring in my trunk.
How was I supposed to know that? So we go out to the car, and I'm kind of upset at that point. And I remember you just hugged me and you told me.
I was much more sensitive then than I am now.
Yeah, right. Don't have no tolerance.
That's
but
not
he was
true.
Telling me, he's like, look, I love you. I want to do this right. It's coming. Just trust me. I'm like, but I got to find a dress. I got to find a venue. This my mind's thinking that. So anyway, it did work out.
The kid had it all under control.
But we almost had a fight.
I told you the kid had it all under control.
We didn't have a fight, but we had a very tense
You had
night.
a fight. You were the one yelling at me.
You could, but you know what? If you hadn't diffused it,
yes,
it could have ended up in a fight. Because I have a couple of friends that he was waiting to propose. This is way back in the day. And if she's listening, she might not even remember this story, but I remember it vividly. She was fully expecting him to propose, and he didn't propose. And by the end of the night, she was full on mad. And she got home and she was pouting and fussing and huffing and arms crossed. He's like, what is wrong with you? And they got in a fight, and he took the ring. He had the ring, and he basically threw it at her and said,
Whoa.
Here, is that what you want?
Whoa.
That's how they got engaged.
Oh, gosh.
So
That's awful.
yeah.
Hey.
But you men drag your feet.
Well, you should have listened to Carolyn. What did Carolyn say?
I don't care what Carolyn said. I had a deadline.
What did Carolyn
and
say?
I ended up having 5 months to find a venue.
What did Carolyn
find a
say?
dress that I had to diet my ass off to fit in, literally, because I had to buy it off the rack. They had to stretch. You don't understand the crunch I was in to get in this wedding dress. They had to stretch my dress. I went in for fittings like for a full 5 days, 4 days, 3 days before the wedding. They come in, it still didn't fit, still didn't fit. They had to stretch my dress to get it on me because you proposed 5 months out.
Kelly. And this sounds like you. Kelly.
Oh,
listen,
gosh, here we
Alan's
go.
going to do what Alan's
There we
going to
go.
do. He's going to strum on his guitar. He's going to sip on his sour. And he's going to tell y'all to get the hell on out of here.
All right.
Number
Suddenly Carolyn's from the south of Mississippi.
Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy. Number 5, quality time. Even though you're with your partner because you like spending time with them, that time can end up being one of the biggest sources of conflict. Typically, in one relationship, one person wants to spend more time together than the other. You might argue if you feel like your partner's prioritizing alone time over spending time with you, or you might get upset if your partner spends more time with their friends than you. What do you think about that, babe? Quality time.
No, I agree. That can be a bone of contention. Again, not one of our issues.
It's not one of our issues because we get a lot of during the day quality time, which I think we're fortunate in that our schedules are flexible. We have a lot of stuff to do in the evenings, it seems like, with children and work or whatever.
But I do think I want
afternoons, we always go
Right.
to lunch. I mean, we're lunch together.
We do a
all
lot.
the
We have a
time.
lot of one-on-one time, but
Yeah.
I think that for us, it's like I want to do more stuff with groups of people, and you would rather do a lot of stuff just one-on-one.
Not true.
But that does lead to some conflict.
Not true. What?
That leads to conflict sometimes when I want to do group stuff, and you're like, I don't feel like we need to do a group thing.
Doesn't happen that often, though.
But that happens sometimes.
It's happened, but I don't think that happens that often.
Not often.
We're doing
But-
2 group things this weekend.
I know.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
2?
Friday and Saturday. Yeah. Friday happy hour, Saturday happy hour. Yeah, there's 2. Okay.
Really?
Yep. See, there's so many you don't even know. Number 6.
Wait, what's Friday?
Romance. Cross the street, babe. 6.
yeah,
Romance. Even after the honeymoon period wears off, couples still want to have passion in their relationship. Your partner might get frustrated if you don't plan romantic dates or don't surprise them with flowers or little gifts. Maybe they're always pushing you to write them love notes or poems. Do you want more poems?
No.
Or get gussied up for date night, or maybe you forget an anniversary one year.
We haven't been married 2 years, so this doesn't apply to us. We still do things.
No, but the subject is romance.
Yeah. No, I think we still are good with that.
Think so? I am.
For the most part, yeah.
I do a pretty
Don't you
good job.
think so?
Yeah, I think I do.
Do I do okay?
We do a good job, yeah.
Do I do a good job?
You do, babe. You do. You
I
got,
try
you
to
got me
surprise you with
flowers the other day. What dude gets flowers?
I try to do little
Yeah,
nice
you
things
do.
for you.
You always write me nice little cards with nice.
I try to anticipate your needs before you even ask.
Do you really?
You don't notice? Like, how often do you have to ask me for things? And I just kind of
How often do I have to ask you for things? It depends on what it is.
I'm talking about things.
Remember, I
like,
won't be that bull at Billy Bob's.
Oh my God. I'm not talking about that. But like, I know if you need something, I like anticipate your needs before you have to ask. I know, oh, he's running low on diet 7 or AW. Or
Kelly is the best at
he
that.
loves sugar-free candy.
Oh,
I think
my
I need.
goodness.
So I try to anticipate your needs before you even ask.
Guys, let me tell you something. One thing about Kelly, I've got it so good.
Yeah, you do.
When it comes to, I never go in the kitchen. Okay.
And when they're very rare occasion
Very
you do.
rare.
And boy, do I get attitude
Do
when
I
you do.
go in the kitchen and I open the pantry and there's not something that I like that's in there, or I open up the refrigerator and I need to eat an apple every day, or there's not a full load of apples in there, or I roll on over into the laundry room into the other fridge and I want a root beer, there's not a root. It is always stocked.
You're welcome.
Thank you, babe.
But when it's not, there is hell to pay.
So we will file that under romance.
You know what? But that is a romantic gesture.
No, I
it is.
agree. No, I
Some
think so
people think
too.
romance always has to be the candlelight dinners and the bubble baths and the
Rose petals.
It's not always that, but it's the everyday just remembering you that
Tickling
and
the rose
thinking about
petals?
the other person. And I think it doesn't have to be always big grand gestures.
No, it doesn't. Number 7, chores. Okay. What does she have to say here? Unlike quality time, it's no surprise that chores are one of the biggest triggers for fights. One person almost always feels like they're carrying more of the load than the other. You might get upset that you're always taking out the trash while your partner finds it in increasingly creative ways to balance more and more trash in the bin. You might also have wildly different ideas of what cleanliness means.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we can give an example of that here in a second, or I can. You might not be bothered by a few dirty dishes in the sink, whereas those same dishes might send your partner into conniption fits.
Yeah, the only thing that really bothers, I let you have your sink in the bathroom. That's you. I don't, because we have separate vanities. That's fine. The only thing that really, like with Alan, is those tuna cans and the tuna. And that's what and the sardines. That's what bothers me.
I like fish.
I know, but what I always say is get one of those grocery bags, little plastics.
I always put them in the grocery bag so they don't smell.
And then take them outside to the garbage can immediately.
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that because you yelled at me 2 days ago about this.
What? Which one? What have I yelled about?
When I was prepping for the colonoscopy and I had to take all that Clen pick.
Oh, do you want to talk about that? You don't want to talk about that.
I don't think you want to talk about that.
You brought it up.
You basically made me clean the toilet.
Yeah, I did.
Guys,
I did.
Kelly stood over me. Imagine Kelly Raspberry Evans standing over you with her arms crossed, with one brow up, tapping her foot, looking at you.
I'm like, go get the Lysol wipes.
And I'm
I can't believe you're telling the story.
I'm basically on my hands and knees wiping out the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
That's true.
How many days after your colonoscopy did I ask you to do that?
About 4 or 5.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Number 8.
Ladies. There you go, ladies.
Hey,
I found the secret bathroom where he did all this stuff.
It's not a secret bathroom.
Well, it's not the main one.
Well, it's my office
It's
bathroom.
the one I very rarely use.
It's my office
I
bathroom.
can't believe you brought that up.
What?
That
I'm
just like, take care of it when the issue arises and it doesn't end up being disgusting. And anyway,
before it petrifies.
Yeah. So this is like 4 days later, ladies. 4 days later.
What can I do? Number 8. Pet peeves.
I can't believe you brought that
Okay,
up.
here's one that's probably our biggest bone of contention. Pet peeves.
Are you going to start listing things? I am curious. I'm curious.
Am I?
Go ahead.
I say 'em?
Go ahead. I might have my own.
We've talked about all these. We all have tiny things about our partners that annoy the hell out of us. When we first started dating, these types of things weren't a big deal.
We thought they were cute.
Oh,
Little quirks.
we thought they were so cute. Sometimes they were even cute. But there's something about getting into a committed long-term relationship that makes pet peeves start to drive us insane.
Okay, get it on the table. Go ahead.
We're talking stuff like compulsive leg shaking, burping, snoring, farting,
Okay, these are all things you do.
eating the last cookie, and the classic, leaving the toilet seat up. No, those are the ones she listed. I've listed my own.
The leg shaking.
I've listed my own.
The leg shaking and the tooting.
Go ahead, talk about it.
That's all you. I thought you were listing your things.
I'm being misrepresented. What do you
He
mean?
does shake his leg a lot.
I do.
I never say anything. But in bed at night, Alan has this thing with his foot and the sheet, and he just is constantly tapping his foot. And I don't say anything. I've never said anything to you about it.
It's a nervous tick. I've developed a nervous
constantly
tick.
tapping his foot in the bed, and so the sheets are constantly.
Have you
doing
ever
that.
tried to
I've
ask?
never said a word.
But have
about
you ever
that.
asked yourself, wonder why he does that?
But you do it all the time. You tap your foot. You're always tapping and beating. You're always doing that.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Always beating.
I'm asking you.
I don't know why I'm always beating.
So get it out on the table. What are your pet peeves, babe?
Burping and snoring and farting. I have number one, taking food off my plate.
That's true. Alan hates it. And I don't understand that because I don't take a lot. I just want to taste. If he has a big plate of French fries and I didn't order French fries because maybe I'm trying to watch carbs at the moment, I just want one French fry. One.
And
Why can I not just
before,
reach over
listen,
and have one French fry?
I have said before.
It makes him so mad.
I really don't mind if you just let me at least have a bite or two of my meal first.
Why?
And then you say, hey, babe, do you mind if I have a taste of your French fry? I would say, yeah, sure, babe, go for it.
What happened to what's mine is yours and yours is mine?
It is yours. It is mine. But I remember one time we were at some fancy-ass steakhouse. And the lady her hand wasn't even off my plate yet. She had just put it down. She had just let go of it. And I see this arm come over and this big fork and just
so exaggerating.
Big scoop of French fries. Hey, babe, do you mind if I have some French fries?
That's not true. He's exaggerating.
Go ahead. Sure.
Exaggerating.
Sure.
Is that it?
No, there's another.
It's one more?
One more. Messing with my air conditioning controls in the car.
We've had fights about that.
Kelly, here's the thing. Kelly doesn't understand.
Alan doesn't understand.
I don't think she understands that a car, it has an auto button.
I see the auto button.
Press the auto button.
No.
And then all you got to do in most modern cars now is like you're at home. You tell it what temperature you want in the car.
So what is the difference between me saying, I want it to be 70 degrees, okay? I want it to be 70 degrees, but I don't want it blasting me up against, Alan likes, okay, so when you set it on auto, the air blows so forcefully that your face is being pulled back like you're in a wind tunnel.
But do you know why?
Because it's getting your car to that
it's
temperature.
95 in the car.
But I don't want it that fast. I want it slow and I want it cold. That's all I want. So what I do is I set it to the temperature I want and I put the fan speed to what I want. It's not that big of a deal. You should see him when I do that. But you know what the beauty is there are two controls. There's one for the passenger side and there's one for the driver's side. So I'm like, you take care of your side, I'll take care of my side. But he insists on doing auto. So we're all the same. Why? I don't understand that. Why can't I have my side and you have your side?
Don't like my control.
Y'all, this is what we fight about, literally.
I don't like my controls being
messed with. So I finally
with.
said, when I'm driving in my car, then it's what I want. And when you're driving in your car, it's what you want. That wasn't good enough. So now I just adjust it and I know we're sitting there and we're silently seething because I dared to adjust the temperature.
I'm just going to ask one more question about this. When you're at home, do you take the air conditioner off auto and then raise and lower the fan?
Babe,
you don't. You just do the temperature.
Because the fan's not in my face when I'm trying to drive down the highway, drying out my eyeballs.
We're going to have to agree to disagree. Number 9, in-laws. What's it say about in-laws? Parents can play a surprisingly large role in your relationship. Even if you're not married, you might argue about when to meet the parents, how often to go visit. Holidays almost always bring up the most tension. My parents will kill me if I don't go see them on Thanksgiving, but we've spent Thanksgiving with them for the last 2 years. It's my parents' turn. There may be other times when you feel like your partner is siding with their parents over you. What do you think about that?
Well, we're in a different situation. We're lucky our parents, we all live in the same city, so we can literally divide a holiday in half. We'll spend the morning with yours and the evening with mine or whatever. So
it is tough when you have to split holidays.
Especially if they don't live in the city, because you got to decide.
That's a tough thing.
That's hard. But we've fortunately not had that much of a situation. My thing is I always spend holidays I feel like are always stressful for me because I try to make everybody happy and then I feel like nobody's happy because it's never the right solution. Somebody's feelings are always hurt or somebody's getting short. I don't know. It's just never good. We don't have huge fights about it though.
But you know, I was thinking about this. I think this is our second marriage for both of us.
We've learned a lot of lessons.
And we're older. I think parents are a little more inserted into what's happening when the couple is younger. you probably get a lot more unsolicited advice in your 20s from your parents than you do in your 50s from your parents, right?
Yeah, but then you also have to consider then your parents are getting older and your time with them is limited.
Right.
So you had to spend more time with them. And I don't know. It's just always something, right?
But we both see both. We need to do a little something here in a minute. We're almost done with this.
We
We're gonna
do.
do a little something. I tell you what, why don't you do a little something,
Right.
and then we'll finish this off with number 10 and the bottom line.
Well, one thing Alan and I don't fight about is going to bed.
No.
Because we love, there's something about your bed. It's just like your haven, your safe space, and you want it to be as comfortable and inviting as it possibly can be. And that's why we have our bed covered in Brook linen sheets, because you spend a third of your life in the sheets. So it should be the bedding that makes you feel special, warm. So it's time to upgrade to better sheets. These Brook linen sheets had the incredible feeling of a 5-star hotel, but not with the price tag, because the couple that started this company, they were like, okay, how can we get this 5-star feeling at home without paying that money? Well, they created the luxury sheets, but because they're doing it all online, you don't have the big box store, which means the big markup. And sometimes those department stores, they can mark up bedding as much as 300%. But Brook Linen, it is the fastest growing bedding brand in the world. If you don't believe me and Alan telling you about how great they are, over 35,000 5-star reviews. The best of online bedding category by Good Housekeeping. You can mix and match 25 colors and patterns. You can customize your bedroom to make it just right for you. And I promise these are the most comfortable sheets you're ever going to sleep on.
They really are. Our Brook linen sheets are the best, are the most comfortable sheets we've ever slept on. You've got to upgrade now. Okay, it's time for you to upgrade. Brooklinen.com is giving you an exclusive offer just for A Sandwich and Some Lovin' listeners. Get 10% off your first order and free shipping when you use promo code Kelly. Wow. Okay.
Kellie.
Kellie at brooklinen.com. Brooklinen is so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty.
It's huge.
That's a long time. The only way to get 10% off your first order and free shipping is to use promo code Kelly at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code Kelly. Brooklinen. These really are the best sheets ever.
And Kelly's with an IE.
Yeah, they
Remember
are.
that.
Yeah, they are. Okay, back to our...
Well, that was interesting, and I think we're good.
Well, hold on, we're not done.
There's more?
We got two more. We got one.
gosh.
We got one more. The last one, number 10, is jealousy. No one likes to own up to their jealous little monster that lurks inside each of us. Sometimes we have a reason for feeling jealous, like the fact that your partner is still really close with their ex, or that your partner cheated on you in the past. Other times it's just your own insecurity surfacing. Like, are you sure you don't think that girl is prettier than me? I swear I saw you staring at her. We can even get jealous of our own partner's friends, family members, coworkers, or pets. You could even be jealous because you're non-monogamous, and that's also totally legitimate.
You're very lucky, honey. You have married
I agree. Well, I agree.
Possibly the most non-jealous woman in the world.
What about me?
But I'm just letting you know how lucky you are that you don't have a jealous wife.
Well, I'm lucky for a lot of reasons. I think,
but that's one of them.
I think that's a big one. Yeah, you're not
Jealousy
jealous.
is not a problem in our relationship.
No, like, when you come home and I've got the dancing girls in here and I'm trying to get them out. I'm trying to get them out of here. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever.
They're pretty.
That's
Where'd
fine.
you meet them? I'm just really not a jealous person. I don't know what it is about me. I'm not. Either you're with me or you're not, and I assume you are. And until you give me reason
Only a
to believe,
Sith deals in absolutes.
I don't know what that means. But unless you prove me otherwise, I mean, what? Most of your closest friends are female, right?
That's true.
And I'm not.
That's true.
It's like I'm totally cool. You go to lunch with them and stuff, but I trust you, and I know there's nothing untoward going on.
Well, no, of course not. But I agree. You're not a jealous person.
I'm not a jealous person.
Would you say that I am though?
No, I don't think so.
Not really.
Yeah.
But I think that speaks. I think that maybe speaks.
But we also don't do anything to cause the other one to have suspicions.
But I think that speaks to being confident.
Yeah.
And being comfortable with your partner and being secure and trusting.
Like, I went to a happy hour tonight with 2 girlfriends, and we went to a bar because one of the 3 of us is single and we wanted to meet somebody. But You didn't have any concerns at all about that, did you? I mean, I'm not going to do
Well, no,
anything.
why would
I'm just saying, I don't think a lot of men would be secure. Why are you going out to a singles place and because you knew it wasn't about
don't even
that.
think twice about it.
Right. So that's just not us. A lot of these things don't apply to us because we're so superior to other people.
I tell you what applies to us is old number 8.
Which one was that?
Pet peeves. That applies to us. Okay, here's the bottom line, babe.
I only listed how many of you? I didn't even get through mine. You didn't even give me a chance to list mine.
Fighting is an unavoidable part of relationships, but it can be tricky to sort out when it crosses the line into deal breaker. It can be helpful to look into your fighting patterns in terms of quantity and quality. Now, if you're fighting more often than not fighting and you're fighting dirty, you're probably not a good fit.
We don't fight dirty.
No. If you fight every once in a while and you do it relatively skillfully, you're probably fine.
Okay, we're probably fine.
That's the bottom line.
We fight.
Oh.
But we don't fight dirty.
I tell you what.
I don't think I've ever said anything that I've regretted that I've had to take back. Have I?
No.
Have you?
Probably. One of these days, one of our podcast listeners is going to be going up the freeway, that maybe the tollway here in Dallas, and they're going to see this car parked on the side of the road in rush hour. It's like 101 degrees outside, and they're going to see two you and I yelling at each other.
We're going to park on the side of the road.
And it's going to be about the air conditioner. I guarantee it. It's going to be about the air conditioner.
All right. Will our marriage survive?
Yes. We'll be okay, babe.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to change it. I just want to adjust. You know what my thing is? And Alan's always like, it's okay, Kelly. You just want to be comfortable. You want to be comfortable. Yeah, I do. Why is that so outrageous? Alan says that to me on a daily basis. How do you say it? How do you say it?
Comfortable.
You want to be comfortable. Yeah, I do. Wow. How strange that I want to be comfortable and to be at a temperature that I like and to have...
You know how to be at a temperature you like?
What?
Put the damn thing on auto and set it on the temperature you like.
No, because the force is too strong. It blows too hard.
I'll blow it too hard.
No, you just put it on, if you want it colder, you set the temperature colder, but you leave the fan speed the same. That's my thing. So if you're here's my thing. You put it on auto. So what you do is you adjust the temperature. I put it on fan speed, which is basically the same thing, and all I do is adjust the temperature. It's the same thing.
Here's what we're going to do. We have enough people that listen to us that somebody knows somebody, and I want somebody to email me that knows an engineer that designs air conditioning for cars, for automobiles. There's somebody somewhere that knows a guy or a gal that designs air conditioners for automobiles. We are going to have this person on the podcast.
It doesn't matter.
And I want their point of view.
It doesn't matter.
On who is right and who is wrong.
It doesn't matter. It's a
I am
preference.
right. You are wrong.
It's a preference. Listen to me. Hear me one time. You press the auto button.
Yeah.
And you leave it there.
Yeah.
And then you adjust the temperature up and down.
Right.
I press the fan speed, the amount of wind I want smacking me in the face, and I leave it there. And I adjust the temperature. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is
no,
because all I'm doing is adjusting the temperature, and you're adjusting the temperature.
Here's another little bit.
Mine's about the wind in my face.
Babe, here's another little bit of it. This is a good podcast about arguing. Here's another little bit. Here's another little bit about your husband. I worked for an air conditioning company.
Care.
Listen.
It's preference.
Listen. I worked for an air conditioning company for 15 years.
I want to be comfortable.
I know. But when you take it off auto, it doesn't dehumidify the air as well.
Care.
Well, that's what makes it sticky and uncomfortable in the car.
But it's not sticky and comfortable if the wind is at the right speed for my face. I don't know.
This is a typical...
Do you want a divorce?
After this.
What would become of the podcast?
Right.
Who's going to get the podcast in the divorce?
Right. I'd give it to a lot of people. That's what I would do. Give it to me. I know. I'll give it to Michael and Julie. That's who I'll give it to.
I'll take it with Sam. Sam will relocate.
Sam, I am. My man,
from
Sam.
New Zealand. Won't you, Sam?
Yeah, he will. Hey, touch on this license plate thing real quick.
Touch on it.
We'll do a little something. We'll do a little something
now,
and then
after
the license plate, and then we'll finish with this.
All right, license plate first. So Alan, speaking of romance and surprises, Alan comes home the other day and says, "Got you a surprise in the garage." I'm thinking, oh crap, he's bought another car or he's bought a motorcycle or something, right?
A motorcycle.
So, but it's a surprise for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, well, what could it be? I know he hasn't bought me a car, because heaven forbid. So we go out there and he takes me, walks through the garage, but he walks outside into the driveway and he turns around and he's looking back at the house. So the garage door's open, he's looking back at the house, and both of our cars are parked in the garage. So I follow him out and I turn around to face the way he's facing. And the first thing I see is his brand new license plate on the back of his car. This is his surprise for me, by the way. And it says A-Train.
A-Train in the house.
So he got a vanity license plate that says A-Train. And that was my surprise.
Hey, I've always said,
was like, oh my gosh.
If you're going to do a bit, do it 100%.
Why'd you make it my surprise?
Well, it's our surprise.
Whatever.
And then Kelly says,
you should have been recording my reaction to that.
And then Kelly says,
great.
Kelly says, oh, that's going to draw a lot of attention. And I'm like, me sitting in a slingshot riding around doesn't? I mean, that's not going to draw that much attention.
Okay, we'll see. A-Train. And
That's
so
right.
his friend Jeff, bad influence Jeff, who is like, I want to get a vanity plate too, and I'm going to be J-Train.
He was going to get J-Train, but he panicked.
He didn't.
He didn't.
So he sent me a picture of his vanity plate tonight, but I want to make sure I get it right before I say it, where he is. Oh, where is it? Where did he send it?
Producing on the podcast.
Well, I had it. I can't find it.
All right.
But he had like bad influence, Jeff.
Right.
What is it? Do you see it already?
It's like BDINFLU or something like that.
Bad influence or something.
Bad influence.
I have it somewhere. I can't find it.
How can you not
bad
find
influence.
it?
I don't know. Where did he send it to me?
Well, you would look for Jeff.
I know. I don't know why it's just suddenly gone.
There's Jeff right there.
That wasn't it, though. I clicked it and it's not there. That's Jeff and Suzanne. That was a different text.
No.
Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry. I tried to find it.
Let's do that.
Let me try one more thing. Jeff.
You're really going to search for things on the podcast?
I can't find it.
Okay.
He has his own vanity plate, but it's not J-Train.
It's A-Train.
All right. It's not J-Train, I said.
Mine's A-Train.
You know what I just got in the mail this week, and Alan and I were both so impressed. We've been telling you for a long time about FrameBridge and how much we love them, and I ordered a gift for someone in my family. It's a surprise, so I can't tell you, but it's for a gift coming up. And it was just such a beautiful job with FrameBridge. They make it so easy. You can afford custom framing for your favorite things. It's not just for the pictures. You can send them straight from your phone, from your Facebook page. But I had an art print that I wanted to get custom framed, but rather go to a framing shop where they charge you hundreds and hundreds of dollars and it takes weeks to get it back. With FrameBridge, I filled out a little form. I said, I want to get this framed. They sent me they asked me exactly, how big is it? What is it? They sent me all the custom packaging.
Yeah.
So I can mail it back to them without my item getting damaged. And they can do it for like sports memorabilia, christening gowns, those flags that used to go to the military funerals, things like that.
Concert
that you want to have
tickets,
anything,
golf
custom
balls.
framed. You can do that as well. And let me just tell you, I didn't know how I wanted it framed. I was like, I don't know what to do with this. They had one of their artists, professionals, send me 3 suggestions with their 2 highly recommended picks. You know what? He was right. I went with that. Within days, I had it back, beautifully, customly packaged with a lovely little note. I can't get over FrameBridge. It's a wonderful gift. Now, Mother's Day is coming up. It's a great time to take advantage of FrameBridge because they will custom frame whatever item you want. If it's a special photo, a special something of mother's that you want to have framed for her. If you order by Sunday, May 5th, you can get this delivered in time for Mother's Day. But time is running out. So you only have a few days. But if you want this for Mother's Day, you have to get your order in by Sunday, May 5th. And like I said, instead of the hundreds you're going to pay at traditional framing stores, the prices start at just $39 and all shipping absolutely free. And here's a great offer for our listeners. not just for Mother's Day, but for beyond.
I just took advantage of this offer.
You did?
I ordered us a piece of art for the office, Canada Media office.
You did?
I sure did.
You didn't tell me about that.
I sure did, from framebridge.com, and I used this promo code right here.
Well, good.
Order a custom gift for any mom in your life in just minutes. Go to framebridge.com. Use that same promo code, SANDWICH. You'll save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH. That's framebridge.com, promo code SANDWICH.
Seriously, we're not just that. We use them.
No, they're really good.
Constantly.
Yeah, I use them a lot. Okay, babe, let's finish with Bring It Home for Jerome here.
Yeah, this is so strange because you got the same thing I did. But
I've had this a long time.
But sweetie, I had it in very deep in my messages on Instagram. I've been working on a project for my Instagram followers. I'm going to get to it, I promise. It's about mascaras. But anyway, I was going through some old messages today, and I came across this one. And it was from weeks ago, and I forwarded it to myself. And you got the same message weeks ago, and I guess held on to it.
I've had this for years.
Okay.
But I had a listener actually message me this today.
Stacy?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I have
her
mine.
name.
Let me find it. But go ahead. You start.
But I know a lot of our listeners
Marcy
may have heard this.
Marcy Stevens sent it to me. Marcy Stevens.
Okay, 9 important facts, and really there's 10, but we're going to call it 9 important facts. Number 9, death is the number 1 killer in the world.
It's true.
Okay, it's a good fact. Number 8, life is sexually transmitted.
Right. Think about it.
It's kind of gross. Number 7.
Why is it gross?
Well, I don't know. It's just, you say it like that. It's kind of gross. Number 7, good health is merely the slowest possible rate at which one can die. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't do...
Take care of your health and they'll slow down the point you die.
Yeah,
yes.
but it's just slowing the rate at which you will die.
Yes, that's a good thing. You live longer.
Okay. That's not what that says.
That's it. That's exactly what it's saying.
Okay, I'm going to save this one until the end. Number 6, give a person a fish and you feed them for a day. Teach a person to use the internet and they won't bother you for weeks, months, maybe even years.
That's right.
It's true. Number 5, health nuts are going to feel stupid someday, lying in the hospital, dying of nothing. God, it's so dark.
But true.
Gosh. Number 4, all of us could take a lesson from the weather. It pays no attention to criticism.
That's deep.
That is deep. Just ask the big Pete Delkus about that. Number 3, in the 60s, people took acid to make the world weird. Now the world is weird, and people take Prozac to make it normal.
Very true.
True. Number 2, life is like a jar of jalapeno peppers. What you do today might burn your ass tomorrow. It's like corn is the vegetable of tomorrow. Have you ever heard that?
No.
Because of all its...
it takes a while to process and comes out whole.
Oh, no. Well, that wasn't really where I was going.
Oh, I thought it meant you poop corn.
That is what it means. And then number 1, men have 2 emotions, hungry and horny.
Sandwich and some lovin'.
And they can't tell them apart. If you see a gleam in his eyes, make him a sandwich.
Sandwich and some lovin'.
See there? See there? And as someone who recently just said, don't worry about old age. It doesn't last that long.
It's true. But you skipped one.
No, that's it.
Oh, you went back and got it? Number 7. There you go.
Wow. That's
one of the reasons we call it a sandwich and some lovin'.
That's deep stuff. Men they have 2 emotions, hungry and horny. Horny.
Maybe that would have been a better name for the podcast. Hungry and horny.
Where's the word horny come from?
I don't know.
Like horny. That's just
I bet we could Google it.
That's why when I was a kid, it was always made me tense to say horny toad. Remember the horn frogs that used to be
horny toads, yeah.
Like they used to be all over Texas when I moved here. But now they're I think they're kind of endangered.
Are they?
Yeah. When I was a kid, people would call them horny toads. And I was like, I can't say that word. Horny toad? What's that? What's a horny toad?
You've got a lot of issues.
It's a horn. You have issues.
You told me. You told me.
I just can't. You've beaten me into a pulp this podcast.
How have I done that? With the air conditioner in the car?
Oh God. Yeah. That and just
so I win.
Yeah, you win. And just the thought, just the thought of this arm coming over in a nice restaurant, this big fork, and then sticking. This,
I've stopped doing that because you were such a baby about it.
Sticking this virgin plate.
Tell the truth.
Think about the chefs in the back. They're setting up my food. They're trying to get it really nice and presentable.
How dare I take a French fry?
And then you just go over there and you stick it, and your fork kind of slides, and then a couple of my fries go off the plate.
It's a lie. He's
I'm like,
exaggerating.
What is happening right now?
You're exaggerating. I reach over and take one freaking French fry.
When have you ever reached over and
taken
one of anything?
I have. But you know what? Do I not do that anymore? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I don't recall.
Shame the devil. Tell the truth.
I don't know what that means.
I don't do that anymore because he's such a baby about it.
All right, y'all. Well, this is going to be a sandwich and some arguing is what this podcast is going to be.
I'm not mad.
Well, no, I'm not.
I feel like we got it all out of our system and we're good.
Or a sandwich and some fighting. This could be a sandwich and some fighting. I don't know.
Sandwich and some, what? Disagreement?
A sandwich and some conflict? A sandwich and some...
Sounds so negative.
A sandwich and some air conditioning controls.
Oh, gosh.
All right. We got any public service announcements real quick, or are we all out of those? I think we're all out of those.
Well, the deadline for the Maybe Baby contest, that we do need to talk about, right?
Yeah. Talk about that real quick.
Yeah, real quick. I want to make sure I have that information correct, so I'm pulling it up real quick. But episode 131 of our podcast, if this is new to you and you haven't caught that episode, but on episode 131 of A Sandwich and Some Lovin', also known as Hungry and Horny, for today only, we talked to my fertility doctor, Dr. Kevin Doody, and his wife, Dr. Kathy Doody, who's also a fertility doctor, about the advancements that have been made since I went through my struggles to get pregnant with Emma Kelly. I had in vitro fertilization, but now there is Effortless IVF, which has been pioneered by doctors Kevin and Kathy Doody. And they explained a lot about what that process is, what it means, how actually the woman is actually more involved in the process, that it's not all outside the body, that a lot of it takes place inside the body, and how it's a less expensive form of treatment for in vitro fertilization. So go back to episode 131 if you want to get more details on that. If you or someone you know or someone you love is struggling, that's a great episode for them to go listen to. And you will also get details on how to enter the Maybe Baby contest. We're giving away, we, in conjunction with the Doodies, are giving away a free cycle of Effortless IVF, which is huge. To one of our podcast family members. But the deadline is May 7th. It's less than a week away to get your entry in. So go to kellyandallen.com/baby. That's KELLIE and ALLEN.com/baby to get details. You got to get that entry in by May 7th because we've got to go through a lot of entries because this is such a prevalent problem that's going on. And I don't, I guess it's because we've waited so long. We've put off having babies. There's nothing wrong with that. Thank God there is science, and he's given doctors the technology to make your baby dreams come true. But sometimes you just don't have the funds to make that happen. And this is your chance. So we're going to announce the winning couple on May 9th. So
when you go to the website, there'll be a form there where you can, in less than 100 words, describe your fertility story or issues. And those go to Kelly and I and the Doodies.
And the Doodies, yeah.
And we'll go through. We've received, I know we've received over 100.
I wish we could give away over 100 because I know that pain and I know that heartache. But we're giving away, one cycle. But also we encourage you to make an appointment with the Doodies if you've tried everything else. Because they were, in my opinion, it was my last hope. I tried everything else, and this was my last hope. And I went to Dr. Kevin Doody, and if it wasn't for him, I do not believe I would have Emma Kelly today. In fact, I know I wouldn't. So trust them, and I'm just so thankful that they partnered with us to do this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We appreciate them a whole lot. As we do our listeners, babe. So I hope they had fun listening to this.
I know we're honestly we're just yeah.
No,
we're probably going to continue this argument off the air.
Serious issues here. No, this was fun to talk about. I know a lot of people probably can relate with a lot of that stuff. So we will do something again similar to this here in a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
Do another podcast here in a few days. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
Love you.
Love all our listeners desperately. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good. You have a good sandwich.